from what I know, is this guy was standing like either, I don't know, like by a motel or hotel that he's working at or living at the moment. Some officer from the police department goes and starts questioning the guy. Kind of telling him, I'm just over here. What's the problem? At the end, the cop ends up trying to arrest the guy, and pretty much the cop, I believe, has a heart attack and ends up dying. So let's run the tape.
Behavior.
All right, hold on here. You guys ready? You guys tell me, please, what you guys believe, what you guys think. Okay. This is from NBC. Guatemalan farm worker charged an officer's fatal heart attack. Let's go.
Oh, stop.
This is the moment last May that changed everything for the two men involved. Sergeant Michael Kunovich stopped Guatemalan farm worker Virgilio Aguilar Mendez for, quote, suspicious behavior outside a motel where he was staying in St. Augustine.
See, that off the top kind of rubs me the wrong way. All this suspicious behavior, just because he looks like an immigrant guy, or he looks like a Latino kid who he can go there and bully and punk. If they're supposed to look at us equally, if that was a white kid in some van t-shirt, looking like a regular weirdo, he's not gonna go, hey, what are you doing over here? The guy's just, to me, that would have been, what business is it of yours? See, because I can sit there and articulate that this guy doesn't speak too well of English, if any at all, so he goes there and he starts bullying him. At least that's my first impression of the situation.
In Florida, after a struggle to arrest Aguilar Mendez, who tried to flee, according to law enforcement, Sergeant Kunovich went into cardiac arrest and died a short time later. Florida's state attorney's office is now charging Aguilar Mendez with aggravated manslaughter of an officer, and he's facing 30 years in prison.
Our client's constitutional rights were violated.
Absolutely.
He was a victim of police brutality, a victim of racial profiling.
Yep.
Now his attorney is demanding all charges be dropped, or he says they'll sue in federal court.
He was eating outside. He had also been planning on going towards the gas station to get a bottle of soda.
Body camera footage given to NBC News by Aguilar Mendez's attorney shows how the encounter unfolded.
Here we go.
You can hear Aguilar Mendez saying multiple times that he doesn't speak English.
Don't walk away from me.
No, sorry.
Don't pull away from me.
Sergeant Kunovich continues yelling commands to him in English, and Aguilar Mendez appears to pull away when Kunovich tries to search him.
Get on the ground.
The struggle continues, and another officer arrives. These next images are disturbing.
I'm gonna tase you.
Another officer putting his hand on Aguilar Mendez's throat, throwing him to the ground.
Put your hands behind your back.
Kunovich tasing him while he's down, with Aguilar Mendez repeating that he doesn't
Lay on your
understand.
stomach.
Sorry, no speak English.
Dude, this poor guy, man, that pisses me off. This poor guy is just sitting there in front of the motel about to go get something to eat, and they can corroborate his story that, yeah, he was staying at the motel. What the fuck is it your business, officer? What the fuck is it your business what I'm doing here? Am I breaking the law? But the problem is that poor young guy doesn't know how to speak English, so this asshole of a cop who is dead, and I feel bad for his family, condolences, but at the end of the day, to try to sit here and charge this young guy with murder, man, that's a stretch at best, homie.
He ends up tased multiple times, with officers tackling him and twisting his arms back. One officer also appears to place his knee on Aguilar Mendez's torso. After Aguilar Mendez was in handcuffs, officers found what appeared to be a small pocket knife, which his attorney says he uses for cutting melons.
Aguilar immediately told the officer he didn't understand
That's
English.
insane.
His native language is ma'am, which is an ancient indigenous language.
Oh,
in
man.
Guatemala.
At the end of the body cam video, Kunovich's breathing appears labored, and a colleague asks if he's okay before he was taken to a hospital where he was later pronounced dead. St. Johns County Medical...
That right there is just some bad karma coming towards that officer, man. That's what that is, and it's a shame.